Living in Long Island gets expensive, so I'm renting a room out of a house with 3 other tenants. Upstairs with me, there are 2 college students. Then down in the basement is the reason the rent is so cheap. His name's John. He's at least 50 years old, and for whatever reason he's too messed up in the head to live on his own. If the landlord wasn't his daughter, he'd be homeless, but she lets him take up the whole basement, probably for free. I assumed she was just helping her dad out. At first, the place was good enough, but over time, I began regretting the move. The other tenants and I were barely home, between work and school and all our other obligations. But since John didn't work or do much for himself, he was always there. As nice as it was to be in the common area, it was a trap. John would invariably find an excuse to sit next to me or crowd around me. He simply couldn't mind his own business down in the giant basement he had all to himself. Eventually, we all grew accustomed to living in our bedrooms, only coming out to use the bathroom, cook, or get in and out of the house. Our pets kept a bit more freedom, as John didn't bother them too much. But when it came to us, he never got the hint. Almost every night, he would ask us if we wanted to all come down to the basement and watch a movie in his room. Mind you, he was again at least 50. Thankfully, all our doors had separate locks. Otherwise, it would have been much harder to hide from him. And I'm positive my underwear drawer would not have been safe. I actually caught him trying to sneak into the other tenants' rooms while they were away, never seeming that ashamed of it. I really wanted to report him to the landlord, but seeing as that was her father, I was worried it would only get me kicked out. Speaking of a lack of shame though, the fact that there was only one shared bathroom was the source of everyone's deepest hatred for John. I don't know how it went for the others, but for me, I could expect him waiting outside the door after every single trip. He'd always act like it was pure coincidence that he had to use it at the same time.
Oh, hey John.
Hi Ariana. Was it a productive trip?
You know, I'd prefer not to say.
Number 1 or number 2?
John.
Oh no, are you not feeling well? Was it number 3?
God, for an old creep, you sure are a child.
I'm young at heart. Now, is it my turn?
Knock yourself out.
I'm not kidding either. He had some kind of kink for smelling the bathroom after people left it. He would make comments about our diet, our cycles, our aim, whichever applied, and destroyed any semblance of privacy we had left in that house. Unsurprisingly, after nearly a year, I was ready to leave, but John wasn't finished with me yet. When Memorial Day came up, the other 2 tenants both went home to visit their families. I honestly should have done the same, but I decided to hang back with my pets. It had been months since John and I were alone in the house together for that long, because I was completely taken aback by how bold he became on Memorial Day.
Ariana, I'm hard as a rock down here!
The things he was saying were outright disgusting. He'd been creepy and weird before, but this was just harassment. Or worse. I don't even know what to call it, and I sure as hell didn't know how to react to it. So I just kept my door shut and tried to ignore it. That night, I struggled to fall asleep, forced to listen to the sound of him banging against the walls downstairs and screaming his lungs out. In the middle of the night, I woke up to the smoke alarm. I could smell it immediately too. This wasn't a false alarm. The smoke was already creeping into my room. I looked around for my pets, but neither of them had been sleeping with me. They had to be out there. I frantically grabbed the essentials from my nightstand and rushed out to the common area. I was hoping to save my pets, but in an instant, I knew it was a lost cause. I was hit with a wall of thick black smoke and a searing heat that made me feel like my skin was already melting off. I managed to get reoriented in the chaos, turning back around and going back to my room, where there were still a few breaths of clean air left. I opened my window and climbed out, finally reaching safety. Firefighters were on their way, but it took them hours to extinguish the blaze. In the end, my dog and my cat both died in the fire. According to the police, John started the fire. He started it in the basement. Then he escaped safely while the entire house burned. I could have easily died with my pets. The other tenants weren't home, thank God. But everything we own, our entire lives, it was all destroyed on Memorial Day.